Hi, I'm Pattu from FreeFinCal. This is my stock portfolio analysis update for July 2021. Regular viewers would know that I only recently started seriously investing in stocks. I bought my first stock in 2014, but that was a very small amount. I only started investing in it recently because my goals are in place and I want to look towards building what I call as an ideal retirement portfolio, which has got five components. One is income from pension. That is whatever expenses you have in the first year of retirement. You must be able to generate a pension equal to that expenses. That's called income flooring. I've talked about that in previous videos. Then you must have enough liquid assets and fixed income and equity to handle inflation, unexpected expenses, recurring expenses, other kind of things. You should be able to handle it. Then passive income from different sources, active income, if possible, whenever you are able to do it. That is after retirement, productively work if possible, but you're not dependent on the income, but it's just for effective time management. Then dividend income from a untouched equity portfolio. So that's what I want to build now. I'm trying to build an untouched equity portfolio, which I would like to use for dividend income. I started buying dividend stocks from the word go. So I already have started receiving reasonable dividend income. I think my last financial year dividend income was like about 70% of a month's expenses. This year it should become much higher. So in that sense, young people may not like what I do, but that's fine. I don't care. I don't to answer common questions. I don't track those dividends. It just gets into my bank account. I don't track them and reinvest them and so on. I don't care about that. So also, I don't really know what I'm going to do with this equity portfolio. I might spend it for some future need, or I might just use it as some kind of emergency buffer. I don't know. I might just use it as dividend income. I don't know. I'm still. It's just I'm just having some fun trying to build this up. So for this month, the value of the portfolio is about 23% of my equity mutual fund value for my retirement portfolio. So if my equity mutual fund portfolio is 100%, this is just 23%, and it's only 12% of my total retirement portfolio. So it's a very small amount, but still it's fairly growing at a reasonable pace. Regular viewers know you must have seen it grow from 5%, 6%, now it's 12%. So it's grown quickly because I am investing into it. But the main goal of starting direct equity investing is I want to invest in stocks with practically zero research. I'll just look at the health of the company, make sure there's no debt in the company. If it's a healthy company, there are no red flags, and if it has had a low volatile stock price and its stock price has traded and the stock has traded close to its all-time high for most of its past, then I basically buy it. So I like low volatility as a primary factor, and within that low volatility segment, I try to look for momentum within my portfolio and try to go after that, but not too much. I don't want to sell. I'm not that kind of guy. Somebody asked me why won't you sell this? Why won't you do that? No, I don't do that. I'm not here to trade, and that I'm trying to build a portfolio which is going to of stocks which I don't have to touch too much. Which means that at least at the time of saying of recording this video, there are not so serious red flags, and the companies are in reasonable health. If things change, well, we have to change our opinion, but let it happen as it happens. So one thing, I don't do any kind of great serious what is they called balance sheet analysis and that kind of thing. I hate that kind of shit. It's a waste of my time. I would rather spend my time watching a movie and put my money into mutual funds. It's only until after I discovered low volatility investing, I had the confidence to actually invest in equity. Before that, I had an idea, but I did not have that confidence. Only now I have that. I've talked about low volatility investing several times previously. So all these things, the stock picking strategy, all that, and this is the video I made. If you can have a look at it, buy stocks without breaking your head and so on. Many of you must have seen it. So this is the evolution of the portfolio here. This is a screenshot from simplywall.st. I'm a paid member there. Most of the money has been invested only since July 2020. So it's a very young portfolio in that sense. Although the first investment was made somewhere in late 2014 or so, the value was very, very low. And compared to this value is basically zero. So you don't take the CAGR, XIRR very seriously. Just showing you what I am doing for analysis. Other than that, I mean, I'm not going to lose sleep if my portfolio is outperforming. I'm not going to claim I've done great. I'm a great stock picker. Or if it underperforms also, I'm not going to take it too seriously. I'm here to build a dividend income portfolio, and which has to be a robust portfolio which doesn't need too much of churning. I hate that. So these are the weights. Asian Paints 17.3%, Hindustan Unilever 13%, Infy 12.8, TCS 12.7, Pidilite 12.6, HDFC Bank 12.2, Dabur 6.9, Colpal is 4.8, Wipro is 2.7, Marico is 2.7, and ITC 2.6. So I've been trying to chase some momentum within this portfolio, not outside of this, just within this portfolio. And all of these are part of the low volatility Nifty 100 low volatility 30 stocks, as far as I remember. Alright, so I have talked about how I calculate these dividend returns, investment returns, and so on. I have a new tool, you may have seen it. This is a XIRR sheet. You can get the sheet from the main page. I have calculated all the returns data, everything, all of it is put in there. So you can just, if you just open the sheet, you should be able to get it for the latest date automatically. So the weighted investment average year of the average tenure of the portfolio is still less than 1. It's 0.93. That is, I weight the duration of each purchase by the investment made, and that's how I get 0.93. And I have compared it with both the UTI Nifty 50 index as well as the Nifty 100 low volatility 30 index. Now these are the absolute gain, the dividend gain, and the sum of these two, which is the total gain. These are all just absolute numbers for individual stocks. I don't want to read out all that, that's painful. Now this is the only thing it's of importance to viewers. So the stock portfolio has given a total absolute return of 30.37%. If I had made all those investments into UTI Nifty index fund, obviously direct plan, then the absolute return is 23.57%. If I had made an investment into Nifty 100 low volatility 30 total returns index, this is just the index without the expense ratio, then I would have got 29.9%. Remember, there's no expense ratio here. If there's a ETF, there's a fund of fund, all that. If you put in all those expense ratio, price fluctuations of the ETF and so on, it will be a little bit lower, but let me not go into that. So as of now, that looks good. I'm just going to continue doing this. That's about it. And I mean, if you have any questions, post them below. Bye bye.